Right, welcome ladies and gents. The Margot Robbie female-led girl power, yeah! Pirates of the Caribbean is dead, completely dead. Not announced. They're not working on something. Well, we don't know if they're working on anything new, but this is dead, completely dead. And it comes to us in a Vanity Fair interview with Margot Robbie. It's actually quite an interesting read. It's primarily to kind of promote Barbie and things like that. But this is interesting. Not something I expected. But Disney, they're on a round of firing soon. They're going to be getting rid of loads of people. They're freezing they're freezing productions on things like that. Maybe they're learning their lesson, I guess. I don't know. Let's take a look, because this is news. It's interesting because this was still ready to go whilst the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp trial was happening. As far as we knew, this was still pretty much the go-ahead. So I wonder what's changed. Now, we do know that Disney has started to use Johnny Depp again, the likeness and even his voice in certain sort of elements of production in Disney World or Disneyland. Maybe this is a sign that they'll get that going again with him. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. Speculation, I guess. But let's check this out. So, we're sort of talking about, Margot Robbie and her husband moving into a new LA home. They also have a place in London. A lot of this is just like self-gratification. And on top of the 5 films she's producing, she's readying Barbie for next summer. Robbie's also in pre-production on an Ocean's 11 prequel that she'll star in and produce. That sounds awful, but okay. Another franchise spin-off she'd been attached to, a Pirates of the Caribbean film, is dead, she tells me. And this is the interesting thing, right? This is where I think maybe they're going to try and get Johnny Depp back. We had an idea, and we were developing it for a while, ages ago, to have more of a female-led. I like how she then jumps in and goes, not totally female-led. Bollocks, but alright. But just a different kind of story, which we thought would have been really cool. But I guess they don't want to do it. Okay. Interesting. Very, very interesting. So this is just completely died a death. Really, really, really surprising, actually. Because this was ready to go. This was something which seemed all but confirmed. Now she says, about a bunch of directors she wants to work with and things like that. That's fine, whatever. But she's talking about legacy, and I guess this is in part what she wanted to establish with Pirates of the Caribbean. She's talking about films she watches and rewatches. 70s, 20s, decades and decades on. You can still hear it all over again. So she wants to make legacy films, franchises that stand the test of time. And one of them, of course, being this Barbie film that she wants to do. She starts talking about, working as a producer. She's in pre-productions meetings. She's on set. She's putting out fires, blah, blah, blah. Yelled at by agents, blah, 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 blah. All this kind of stuff. So I think it looked like she was producing this. So pre-production, blah, blah, blah. But she was going to be attached to this. She was going to star in it. But from this, it sounds like she was going to be the producer. We had an idea and we were developing it. So she's gone from producer and star, because that's what would have happened, producer and star of the female-led Pirates of the Caribbean film, and then gone nowhere. Like it's completely dead. Which is a pretty big turnaround. In fact, massive turnaround. In fact, more so than I would have expected on this. It's very, 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 very surprising. Variety themselves reported in summer of 2020, so literally just 2 years ago, that Disney was in early development on Robbie's Pirates movie. And they were also going to be doing a second reboot as well. So that was interesting. And Jerry Bruckheimer, so he produced all of them, but he was attached to both projects at the time as well. So, and as close as May, just as an FYI, so this is what's really surprising, as close as May this year, with the Sunday Times, Jerry Bruckheimer actually had already and still stated that both films remained in active development. Interesting. And again, even then, he had said and confirmed that the future of Pirates as a franchise doesn't have Johnny Depp involved, despite rumours touting he was going to return. So it sounds like he was. Because at that point in May, he said, and I quote, "Yes, we're talking to Margot Robbie. We're developing 2 pirate scripts, one with her, one without." And he says, "Pirates franchise, will Depp be back? Not at this point. The future is yet to be decided." So, I've got to say, I think maybe Johnny Depp's going to be back. But this is dead. The female-led Pirates of the Caribbean is dead. Is this good or bad? I mean, look, they didn't need to reboot it. You don't need to reboot this franchise. Are we becoming overly homogenous? Like, everything is basically the same. Everything is female-led now. Everything is that. Like, I want some female-led movies. Of course I do. Despite loads of people. Shut up. But do I want everything to be female-led? No. Like, that's boring. Even have, like, co-leads, you know? Like, I don't want everything to be girl power. God, goodness me. You know, as much as I like women, I still want to, watch some blokes running around as well. So, yeah, I'm happy that this is dead. It's still a surprise. She was the producer. It's gone. It's dead. As close as May, this was still confirmed. I reckon Johnny Depp might be back, you know. His star power is massive. His Q scores were going up as well. One of those, that thing which they started to reference in the trial that they rate really highly. So I reckon he's back. Hot prediction. I don't know. I haven't spoken to anyone. I'm spoken to any of my sources, but I think he's back. I'd say he's back.